Welcome back to the Overboard DM. My name's Cujo and I go overboard on everything Dungeons and Dragons. And today I got the Covert War Camp Encounter 6 from Caverns Deep. This is a really cool set. It gives you a nice sized room. As you can see here, I've got it kind of blown up for you. It's barely fitting it on the screen. You got an entryway to come in. You got a little cove there, secret hideout. You got the Dwarven forge itself. LED, you got a campfire, and you got 3 bedrolls. Looks really cool. I'm going to break this down. We're going to be able to look it over and see everything you get and all the pieces and maybe what you can do with it. This is the Dwarven Forge Caverns Deep new set. I'm going in order. This is Encounter 6. I'm finally getting around to it. I know I've been gone for a while if you've been watching my videos. Sorry about that. But here we go. Let's take a look at what we got. This is the only extra piece that you get is a door. How it's set up is how it was meant to be played, and they give you an extra door that can be placed pretty much there. Now, when you make something else, you might be able to put it somewhere else. But what you get, let's look at some of the cool features. Now you have this. There's a lot of LED pieces coming out in the world here, and Dwarven Forge still does it a really good job. I mean, the wood, and you got your little switch there. Change your battery out. It's a really good LED sets that they have. Let's look at the Dwarven Forge. Really cool. You got the old bull, or was it Gorgon? Really detailed on the back in case you you don't have it placed like it is right now, where the back is filling up the hole there. Let's turn these off and move on, so we don't waste the precious LED batteries. Alright, so how this setup is made up of is you've got an entryway piece here. I'll bring that up. I've shown these in a lot of my other videos, so I won't go into major detail, but it does have a magnetic wall, and this is one of the spare pieces you get. It's basically like a crystal that's chained up. It's got obviously a magnet in it. It can be put in various walls that have magnets built into them, or maybe it's just metal. I'm not sure if they put a magnet but they are. I did get the magnetized versions of all my terrain, so I got a terrain tray here. It does not come with the kit. If you buy this separately, you have to get some terrain trays. It's just really nice because I can take this off here, even with this in place, right? Say I even got the door in place. Kind of have to remove this one because then it's kind of barely hanging on there. So I can take this carefully, remove it, and bring it on the table when the players enter it. So let's talk about the other side, I guess. You have a little cove, a little hideout. It comes with a trapdoor tile that you can put a special goodie in. I will stay up. I'm trying to look at the camera, and I should just be looking right at the piece here. So you got that in this little room here, and it comes with a little bit, which is like a dragon wrapping around a orb of some kind. Looks pretty cool. You can say they find that inside the pit there. You have a secret door. It looks pretty good, like a real wall. Like I could have flown this in and been really careful, and that's just a wall. Upon searching for secret doors, they find a secret door. So pretty cool piece. So let's look at the sides here. A corner. Obviously really cool. Let me get the light in there. you have some decorations. Shield, sword, armor. Really cool. This is what they call like a swell wall, because it's 2 squares wide here, 2 squares wide here, but it's only 1 square wide here. So it swells out to from a 1 to a 2. I got a trifecta piece, which is like a reverse swell. And a little bitty corner. I mean, you wouldn't even have known it was there, but it just blends in, and it fills those needed gaps that you need. You got a Dwarvenite wall. Got a vein of Dwarvenite you can pillage through. A couple tiny squares. Obviously, like you said, you won't even notice these are there, but you don't know that you actually need them. When you start building something intricate, you need little filler pieces to make it look perfect. But so as I remove all the pieces, standard 2x2, you'll see we have another standard 2x2. The cool corner filler. Take a look at bedroll. All this stuff was pre-painted by Dwarven Forge. Take those aside. Yeah, we already looked at that. You have a anvil with some ruins. Really nice. And the door up close. This is just one style of their doors. They have many different styles, especially over the years. This was a trifecta piece as well. Goes together like that to make an inside corner. That's a freestanding wall. I've talked about these a lot in my videos. What I like to do in these videos is a customer's standpoint of, instead of going right to Dwarven Forge themselves and looking at their unboxings and whatever. You watch mine and I can tell you how I like it as a customer, how you might like it, what you might not like. Trifecta piece as well, so it's just a plain corner, but it's also, it could be used as a ledge, and it could be used as a freestanding wall on some terrain. When they're magnetized, it's great, and, because they're not going to slide around that much. So if you're building a bunch of weird stuff, and you got those magnets on the bottom and your piece of metal there, it works great. You got these two that come in a pair, really. So basically an elevation wall, which they go together good like that. And if you have something like this, we'll get into these in a second, why they are great, but they also can suck. And I already showed you this. So another 2x2, and then the mainstay of the whole thing. They don't do this very much, but they do large tiles once in a while, and this is their rough terrain, really cool. You got acid or green gook in some of the crevices. You got all that elevation, and this just like says, hey, I'm making a big cavern. Let's cut to the chase. I'm gonna, you only get one with this set, but I mean that makes a decent sized room once you start adding all your wall pieces like I just removed. You get a nice little, I say little, then I say big, so to each your own. I mean, if you want a big cavern, you're going to need a lot more of these. But it makes the build quicker. You know how, if you want to make a large room, you can start with one of those, 2, 3, 4 of those, and now you've got yourself a real big cavern real quick. But you'll see, getting to my point right off the bat, is with this kit, you're gonna want to use this. If you don't use this and say, well, I'm just gonna go with what I got here, that's your floor tiles, and then you try to try to work off that, right? Just for an example. It's gonna get real small, okay, and I'm gonna try to use up as much as I can that don't really match. So we do that, and just pop one of these in here. Still doesn't match up the greatest, but we can do it. You look for any kind of floor piece you can get. So basically I'm gonna change my mind, put that there. That fits better. And let me see what I can do. Let me just grab this. So again, I like to do this try to do it relatively quick so that you can see, hey, what can I make with this if this is all I buy? If I can just afford this kit, what can I do? And what I'm finding, and it should be kind of obvious, but you know, I'm just making sure I get it out there so you know what you're doing, or what you're getting. Is what you see is what you get. What you can see in the picture is almost the only thing you can build, unfortunately. That's what I'm seeing most of the time. You know, I have most of the kits, so I can build anything I want. I'm never struggling like this to build something different with just one kit. I'm sliding it off camera a little bit. Yeah, you can see there. This isn't great at all. I'm not happy with that at all. But like I said, you'd have to use Big Daddy, right? That's gonna, and then what's gonna end up happening is you start off with this, and you're pretty much gonna be able to just throw all that stuff kind of around it, and you're gonna come up with about the same thing. Very, very, very similar, because this piece is just an alcove, no matter what, whether you have a wall in front of it or not. You know, it's going to be somewhere on your set. And you know, your swell walls work, or not swell walls, but your inclines work really good with the forge once you put it on a floor tile. And they don't go with anything else in the set unless they go together, because if you put this up against another regular wall, well, then it just looks not right. It can go on this side. Whoop. But so now once you build something different, these two have to go together, because the floor goes up and down and the wall goes up and down. So these two become a staple to be together. You know, this is going to just be a corner no matter what, and your passageway, entryway in. So yeah, there you have it. Again, couldn't really build too much. I mean, if I played around with it, I'll throw something together. This is still a great kit. What you get in it is awesome, and you're going to get a really cool room. It's not something that you can really change. I mean, if you bought this and you bought another more of a roomy type set, and then you start combining them, and what you're finding out is if you buy these smaller first encounters 1 through I can't remember if it's the early encounters, which I'm still working on, working my way up. They're a little bit smaller, a little bit more affordable, meant to buy something to combine it with another one, or buy all of them, of course. I'm sure that Dwarven Forge wants you to buy all of them. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully you'll keep watching, and I'll try to do some more. Sorry that I haven't posted a video in a while, but I'll be getting around to it. I try to post when I can, and sometimes I'm getting into a lot of different things. You know, Warhammer 9th edition's come out. That's really been on my mind. I was into Star Wars Legion too, so that had a lot of things going on. But you know, I'm trying to get this content out for you guys just so you can kind of see what you get with Dwarven Forge. I love it. I'm using it in even some of my war games as well. Not too much the dungeon stuff, but the forest stuff is amazing. I need some more of that, and I'd love to be able to incorporate that into some war games and stuff. So that's going to be a video, guys. Hopefully you liked it. And hey, if you want to talk to a bunch of little YouTubers like myself, where you have no commercials, to skip, come on over to Tabletop Dungeoneers Discord group. There's a bunch of young YouTubers that are just trying to get a foot in the ground and support each other. And if you're a budding YouTuber and it's into Dungeons and Dragons, to Warhammer, to Gunplas, to you name it, just RC cars, whatever. We do more than just tabletop stuff, but we primarily do Dungeons and Dragons and more of the role-playing type games. Call of Cthulhu. Spit it out. That's usually not a tongue twister, but yeah, and we got some little bit of Star Wars too. So like I said, I like Star Wars Legion. There's a little Star Wars talk, but it's all nerdy talk. But come on over there, and I'll be happy to see you. Until next time, guys. Later.